The channel with more My Hero Academia. This is season 3, episode 8, and Bakugo was taken last episode. Hopefully we can get him back. The heroes seem to know enough about the League of Villains locations to be able to launch an assault, so yeah, hopefully that all goes well. Meanwhile, some of our students want to get involved too and go save Bakugo. They're not as capable as the pros, even though some of them are very, very strong themselves, but hopefully they don't get themselves hurt. Hopefully they don't get other people hurt, but yeah, let's see how this all turns out. If you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. We have another link there because we are redirecting reactions for the rest of the season. We've been running into way too many copyright issues. So yeah, go check out the reaction there, then come back and check out the commentary. Alright, let's get started. So YouTube has been blocking my reactions to My Hero Academia, so the rest of this video is just going to be the commentary, but you can still see the reaction in the link in the description below. We're going to do this for the rest of Season 3. I'll tinker around with Season 4 when I get to it to see if I can get around the copyright issue, but not too optimistic about that. But again, you can check it out still, and let's get on to the commentary. Alright, let's go Bakugo. I'm really relieved because he has all this fire and aggressiveness that can be a hindrance as a hero, but in the end, he was inspired by All Might, desires so much to be like him. Let's just hope his outburst doesn't lead him to getting hurt by the villains. One thing I didn't take into consideration last episode about the kids wanting to save Bakugo, I, as the viewer of the anime, know that Bakugo isn't gonna die, there's no way, but the kids don't know that. So if they stood by and did nothing and he wound up dying, they'd never be able to forgive themselves. It'd be too much, so I get that. The other kids who are against it, I understand too. There really are no right answers here. Sometimes the best you can do is just fight for what you believe is right. And yeah, sometimes that puts you at odds with your peers, your friends. And Deku's injuries have done so much damage to his arms that a few more times could lead to him never being able to use his arms again. His mom must be so broken up about him. I feel really bad for her having to worry so much about her son. We never heard about Toshinori's parents, I don't think, but I have to imagine if they were alive when he was starting to become a hero, that they must have been equally as worried for him. I don't know. It's hard. And we still don't know where Deku's dad is. We haven't seen him once. We know he has fire breath, but that's about it. Definitely an emotionally charged episode though. Tenya punching Deku. The fact that he punches him with the arm that he chose not to get treated after being injured by Stain is poetic on some level. And he's adamant that they don't go because he's worried about their safety as well. Again, no right answers. Everyone's worried about each other, and everybody wants Bakugo to get back safely, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of this worry changes when they find out that Todoroki, Kirishima, and Deku are not planning on fighting at all. I kept thinking that they were thinking of fighting the villains to get Bakugo back because I didn't even fathom an idea that they would be able to rescue him without fighting, but if they can come up with some ridiculous plan with the combined brain power of Deku, Yaoyorozu, Todoroki, Kirishima, and Tenya, go ahead and do it. And if they can't, they need to stay back, absolutely. That's a plan I don't have as many qualms about. Use good judgment and don't move unless the risk to yourselves and others are as low as possible. We'll see if they're able to come up with something like that. And we saw a rather cute scene when we arrive in Camino Ward. Deku tries to activate stealth mode. So silly. And Yaoyorozu insists on going thrift store shopping for disguises so they aren't recognized by the villains. Kinda hilarious. Yeah, you talking to me? It makes us a lot of sense that there's a limit on what Yaoyorozu can create. But yeah, everybody has such different quirks. How is it all regulated? And there might even be laws for individual families who pass down similar quirks. I'm not entirely sure if Momo's family followed those rules given how rich they are. They could theoretically act within the confines of not disrupting the economy while still enriching themselves. But with an estate like that, I don't think that's the case. They could still, they wouldn't have to spend money on food, and I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know how much. Maybe they made themselves rich before the laws were put in place. Who knows? But yeah, Kirishima concludes that the rich girl just wanted to go shopping. That could be the case. It's pretty funny. And yeah, I wonder what all of their allowances are like, or if Momo just bankrolled them herself since she's rich. Actually, Todoroki's probably pretty rich too, being the son of the number 2 hero. Though I don't know if Endeavor gives them an allowance or something. Who knows? But yeah, everyone's new persona is kind of hilarious. Watch it, you punk! We're just cruising for some hot girls. We're just some scoundrels cruising for some hot girls. Oh, Tenya. And then we saw Yue apologizing to the public and answering questions from the media. Public sentiment turning on heroes everywhere. The tides are shifting. But then Shigaraki makes his pitch to Bakugo, and I once thought Bakugo could be on the side of the villains, but their argument was just so unconvincing, and Bakugo is super stubborn. I don't think he really cares about being the good guy that much, but no matter what, he wants to take down the bad guys and win like All Might, so doesn't necessarily need to be too good guy-ish to do that, I suppose. It's not like Endeavor is the paragon of kindness and level-headedness. Anyway, he does knock off the hand on Shigaraki's face, and Shigaraki looks angry, stunned, I don't know. He says father, so did that hand once belong to his dad? I don't even know what to think. And yeah, on the heroes side, though, they're calling in so many big heroes to deal with the situation. Endeavor, big genius, best genius. We saw number 5 is Edgeshot, and number 10 is Gang Orca. What the heck? Gang Orca, he has a tie tongue, or he has a tie that looks a lot like it could be his tongue. In which case, I really like his sense of style, or sense of humor. I don't know what to call it. Edgeshot looks remarkably like a ninja. Definitely want to see what his quirk is. And we have Gran Torino too. And I find myself more and more curious how Gran Torino would rank as a hero if he actually was interested in doing hero work. We had Kamui Woods and Mountain Lady too, gearing up for an assault on the villains. And we saw Tiger as well. Some people on Patreon let me know that Tiger is actually a trans man. So we have 2 trans characters on the show. Pretty interesting. And yeah, I hope Tiger is able to recover Ragdoll, because I don't know, it's depressing. It's like that Amon in Legend of Korra. Just the idea of people losing their powers is really frightening. But anyway, yeah, hope Ragdoll's okay. Hope they'll be able to recover Bakugo soon. I'm gonna give this episode a 9.25, but yeah, it's mostly set up for what I believe is going to be a really, really interesting couple of episodes. Yeah, it'll be really fun to see. Definitely feels like there could be tension later between the students. Froppy even said if we go after them, we're just acting like villains. Heck, there's tension now between Tenya and Yaoyorozu tagging along, even though they don't want to confront the villains in any way. But yeah, this is going to be fun to watch unfold. Thanks for watching, guys. Full reaction in the link in the description below on Patreon. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, really helps with the channel. See you soon. Bye, friends.